Hey, what's up, guys? It's Esteban Perez. I'm the host of Talks with Este podcast, and I brought Mr. Robert Zavala, one of my best friends. I've known him probably longer than anyone ever. Fucking 15 years, something like that. So, but yeah, I'm really excited to have him on. Going to do a quick little introduction there.
So my name is Robert Zavala. I specialize in sports betting. I've been doing it over about 6 months now.
Cool, awesome. So he's actually been able to quit his job doing this. So the reason why we have this podcast is to help younger guys and girls that are looking to increase their income or just find other ways to make money, and then also to interview people who are on the way to the top. So we'll get started. Well, why don't you, Rob, talk about like your childhood, bro. Talk about like talk about that, and then like how that has affected you and what you learned.
Yeah. So with my upbringing, I would say I was raised by my mom, right? My father passed away when I was 3 years old. So my upbringing wasn't bad, right? Obviously, I had a shelter, so definitely something to be, happy about. So my thing from here on forward, right, is to be able to help my family, my mom out, right? Obviously, she helped me out in the long run, supports me now, right?
Okay.
So that's the main reason I started doing my own thing, to be able to be my own boss and have a schedule where I can be with my family more and help them out.
Cool. All right, and then it's awesome. And also, guys, so I would say that, or maybe, I would say he's had a good family. But one thing I kind of want to talk about, because I know that it's something that I think is important to him, but kind of he was raised more. You say talk about how how it was to kind of like be raised, say without your father, and then like how that's impacting you right now, like how that's motivating you, and then we can like talk.
Yeah. So being raised by a mother, right? You're shown, you're taught, how to love, right? Just women traits, right? But growing up as a man, didn't really have that option, right? Because my brother had kids growing up. I have two sisters as well, so mainly around women, right?
Okay.
But in regards to like learning and growth, right, it was being surrounded by you. Obviously that helped out a lot, and just pure growth from there, right? Just learning and taking action, which has helped me obviously in the long run. And the reason we're here now doing what we do is because of discipline, of course, and just taking action in regards to what we said we were going to do since we were young. But
yeah, maybe tell him remember the story, guys? We had a story where we did shrooms.
Oh yeah,
remember when we did shrooms?
Yeah.
And so maybe talk a little about that, bro. Talk about we're gonna talk a little. So we kind of talked about his family, kind of like his upbringing, and now we're gonna talk kind of some key pivotal moments in our life.
Yeah, I would say we were about 18, 17 years old. We're at the beach taking mushrooms. The crazy thing is that we had a bond, right, where we said that we were going to create our own dreams and just work for ourselves, which is now coming to fruition. Obviously.
How long ago was that, bro? I don't even remember.
I would say 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
12 years ago. 12 years ago. So
took shrooms.
Your word is power, right? Especially if you say and you take action on it, it's something that can create into something that is very realistic, as long as you keep your word, which will benefit you in the long run, I would say.
Cool. Yeah, because like I think what do we remember, like we took shrooms and then we were fucking laughing our ass off, right?
We met a bum too. He was telling us a bunch of different shit too. So it was pretty crazy, but it's something that it was like a learning experience, because he even gave us advice that we didn't even expect. So it was definitely a learning lesson. We took it and ran with it, I would say.
Yeah, we did definitely run with it, right?
Yeah, no,
sure.
definitely.
Remember when we did the handshake though? We did a handshake.
Yeah, we did a handshake.
We took a picture and did a handshake, right?
Yeah, we did a handshake. It was in front of it was in Newport. In Newport, there's a sculpture of the world, and we did it in front of there. We made a pact that we were gonna fulfill our dreams, right? And now, obviously, it's happening, and it's just crazy how the world, just how it works, right? If you do what you say, and again, take action.
Cool. Awesome. So now we're going to talk about what he's passionate about, how he got there, which is sports betting. So why don't you talk a little bit, maybe, talk about like like when you were younger, right? How that
Yeah.
influenced you,
So
and then,
when I was younger, right, the reason I got into sports, it's funny. My other really good friend, his dad took upon me and helping me go play sports. He would take me, right, because he knew I didn't have a father figure, so he took that role, helped me out, and from there I started playing different sports, and I got very interested in sports. Of course, my brother was into it, so from there I took action on that, became really good at it.
when was it?
How life.
How old were you?
I would say I was like 5-6 years old.
Shit, 5 years old.
6 years old, and I was watching sports at a very young age, right? So it's something that's second nature to me. Very easy for me to understand and relate, and obviously help others now in regards to what I'm doing now.
Okay, so he's fucking been in sports, and he's super good, right? You're really good at sports, not just fucking looking at him, but he's very good at playing sports. But now he has been able to use that passion as when he was young to literally quit his fucking job, and now he's helping others make money. He's fucking making a couple. He makes like $1,000 a day on a couple of trades, right? And even just one trade.
Yeah.
And so why don't you talk about like how, like what you're doing with your passion, but talk about like how like that liberated you, like from the job, or like talk about, like, because a lot of people, I think they're gonna want to know, well, hey, shit, because I work a job, I kind of want to be like him, doesn't have a job, now I just fucking watches sports and makes money.
Yeah, so the main thing would be finding the niche, right, of your true passion in life. There is a book that I'm reading, right? What's the book called again?
Mastery,
right? And it tells you have to go back to when you were young and go back to what you used to enjoy and try to relate to that now as a grown-up and take action on it, right? So that's what I did, which is very powerful. Now I'm doing what I love. Doesn't even feel like it's work, and now I'm helping others. Main thing is helping others, right? It's not about the money. Something me and Esteban understand now is it's not about the money, right? The money's always going to be there, but when you help others, it's just a better feeling in regards to doing so.
Cool. So when you said that, going back and when you were a little kid, like your passions, like how, like maybe say, give an example, say someone that maybe liked they liked fucking, like, say maybe like pets, right? So say someone like they like their pets when they were a little kid, or maybe they like doing something with like arts and crafts, or you guys were like an artist when you were a young kid. So maybe give an example how they can, use that. Like say they kind of lost it, but when they were a kid, they were a very good artist.
Yeah,
how
so
I'll
give you an example. My sister, right? She's very artistic. She knew how to draw from a young age. Very, very great drawer. She was very good at it. Now, for example, she knows how to make cakes. She knows how to create cakes. So
like baking
cakes and designing them, right? So let's say you've always been interested in, let's say, sports, or let's say working out, right? You can use that towards wanting to coach people, help people. There's a variety of options that you can obviously take upon, but I would say,
what are the best steps someone would need to do? Like say they're working their job and like they're on the fence. Like what would you have?
If you have your job right, obviously you want to save up as much money as you can and learn the niche that you want to get into or you're passionate about. This way, once you're outside of work, right, and you're going towards your passion, you already know what it's about, and you can capitalize on it. So main thing is learning your niche, and again, just capitalizing on it.
Okay, cool. So now the next thing we're gonna talk about, we're gonna talk about some personal stuff, right? So like more like girls and stuff like that. So I'm gonna ask Rob, what type of what type are you, ass guy or titty guy, bro? What were you?
Man, you know what? I used to be a titty guy.
Yeah, used to be a titty guy. What are you now?
I'm a booty guy now. I would
Damn,
say.
look at you.
Yeah, switched it up. I don't know what happened, but it just switched up on me for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, why? Why do you think, bro?
I don't know. To be honest, it's just the booty. You know, you just can't just have a flat butt. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird. You know, I have a bigger butt thing. You know, it's crazy. Man.
Okay.
It's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable, guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
know?
ladies.
Yeah.
So if you girls want to get at Rob, and you baby girl, you know, I got a little squats.
Yeah.
What do you maybe talk about? Talk about maybe a little bit of your past relationships. Say, how has that helped you? How is that? What have you learned from your past relationship?
Yeah. I mean, I've had one serious relationship.
Okay.
Right. And I was on and off with the girl for about 3 to 4 years. I would say I messed up on that side of the relationship because I didn't cherish her enough.
Okay.
Which she was a great asset for me because she did everything a man needs in a woman, right? She caters to you. She'll wake up, make me food.
Yeah.
She would leave me notes to motivate me, right?
Damn, bro.
I was a broke ass dude, like
Yeah.
no job for 6 months, and she was supporting me still. And
Okay.
I still did a fucking horrible job of not maintaining that relationship like a jackass. But I would say that, yeah, man, like if you have something like that, you always gotta.
So what if a guy has that? Yeah, like what should
Yeah,
he do?
dude, like there's not, especially in the Western world now, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting that type of woman. I would say 1 out of, let's say 99 girls. I'll tell you
So
that right now. You know what I mean? So
Okay, so a woman, what do you mean? Like what type of woman?
a woman that's gonna cater to you, right? And is gonna devote all her time to you. She's gonna try to motivate you and support what you want to do in life.
So
Obviously, there's 2 different type of girls, right? There's gonna be the cheerleader, right? It's gonna be the cheerleader, and then there's gonna be that girl that's gonna be by your side and is gonna go get it with you, right? So a cheerleader usually says that she is by your side and she wants to help you out, but eventually that's not the case. You want the girl that's gonna be by your side that's gonna go get it, right? So cheerleaders usually are the ones that want to take you out of the game, even though they're not supposed to.
So they kind of want you for themselves only. And
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, they're just it's all BS. It's all
Okay.
BS. You know, those are cheerleaders. They'll say that this just to keep you happy and just go with them. But at the end of the day, you want to stay away from those.
Okay. All right, guys. So stay away from those type of girls because they're just gonna. It's what he's saying is it's just all talk.
Yeah.
And it'll and I could definitely agree with him. I think my relationship, which was my serious one, was like that in a way. And instead of kind of like me going, kind of like an asset, it was more of like a liability. So something that we can learn, guys. All right, so maybe let's talk about maybe some more stuff when it comes to girls' sex positions. What would you say your favorite sex position is?
I like missionary, man. I just like
Every
looking-
single
I like,
guy said
I like
that.
looking them in the eye and just,
Oh damn! Every single guy said that. Every single guy I've interviewed said missionary.
yeah, missionary is fun, man. You gotta just look them in
Fish.
the eye and just get nasty with it. You know? Plain and simple. Dude.
Plain.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so he said missionary. So ladies, you fishes, you guys qualify.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So tell us a little bit more about like what your big passions are now, because I know we talked about like your big passions, not just about sports, but what are the big things that you're super excited, motivated about? Like what excites you like fucking crazy?
I would say in regards to like the future, right? Like what's gonna happen in regards to like building up my business, our business, right? To see where we're gonna be at in say 3, 4, 5 years. Obviously, we want to work on, let's say, towards a hedge fund, right? Which we've talked about in regards to like sports and crypto meshing together, which sounds like a great idea.
So, and just so you guys know, hedge fund is like where basically we have all this capital. We know how to use it and multiply that money with our skills. So we would partner together. He does sports betting, I do the crypto trading and just financial market trading, where we would have a shitload of money and then fucking grow that up
Exactly.
to the fucking billions.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us what type of, like, what other than that motivates you? Like, I know your mom does, like, talk more about the deeper stuff.
Obviously, yeah, like my mom is like my biggest motive, and my family, right? My brother has about 6 kids, and my sister has 4.
Okay.
So the main thing is helping them in their finances, right?
So wait, what did you say? The what? The main thing?
The main thing is helping them with their finances and helping them become financially free, right?
Okay, so he wants to help. Yeah, his family. He wants to be the
Well,
provider.
I feel like I was put on this earth, right, to be the one to be able to help my family with anything that has to do with being financially free and have no worries in this world, right? Where my job is to be able to get them out any type of worries or.
Like what type of words would you say?
I would say just financially, right? Financially is where they have to stress about not being able to, let's say, afford certain things, right? Not saying that they don't, right? But I just want them to be worry-free, right? That would be the
Worry-free.
main thing, worry-free, right?
I think that's a big one, yeah.
Usually it's not about the money, but it's about being worry-free. So that's like my biggest motive, obviously, so I feel like my dad got taken away, and God had to.
Yeah, how does that motivate you? Like, how are you using that?
I just feel like I was put on this earth to take over for him, right? So I feel like I was the one, I was chosen, right, to be able to take over and take